Hello dear traders. The analytical community is in touch with you Guru.Markets. Thank you so much for helping our project. Links can be found in the description. Dear viewer, we kindly ask you to give this video a royal thumbs up in advance. Your like is very necessary to spread the project Guru.Markets. Now we will compare the current fundamental indicators of the corporation NXP Semiconductors N.V, ticker, NXPI. The review was created using current data as of July 23, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets company NXP Semiconductors N.V belongs to the subcategory. Comp set, 62 companies participate in the analysis and this is very representative. We start with summary data for the company. If necessary, you can put it on stop. We suggest studying all the parameters of the corporation more thoroughly. You can view the database with the classification of tickers using the link in the pinned comment. Please share your security analysis on your social networks. Thank you very much for your repost, as well as other help. All this greatly helps the work. Market capitalization of the company NXP Semiconductors N.V. is $72.56 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $7,335 billion. NXP Semiconductors N.V. has a share of 0.989%. It is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $8.84 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $727 billion. NXP Semiconductors N.V. accounts for a share of 1.216%. Having compared the shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we will see the following. Share NXP Semiconductors N.V. in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 0.989%. The book value is 1.216%. Which is 23% more than the share of the exchange value. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's financial liabilities amount to $10.171 billion. Debt liabilities to book capitalization amount to 115.1% of the company's capital. Rating for the company's debt level, bad, -1 point. The company's market price to profit balance is 26.2. The subcategory average of 51.8 is 49% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the company's market value to its profit in comparison with subcategory companies. Good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $2,821 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are expected to be $3,730 million. This is 32.2% more than the current figure. An assessment of the projected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 5.5. The subcategory average is 8.8, which is 38% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the indicators of the exchange price to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $13,280 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $17,560 million. This is 32% more than now. An assessment of the projected future sales volume indicator in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. If you are interested in this analytics. In this case, we kindly ask you to subscribe to us and click on the bell. For you, because it's free, you will greatly help the development of the Project Guru.Markets. Thank you very much for your subscription. The margin is 21.2%, with an average in the subcategory of 17%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 4.3%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 2.187%. This is a 121% increase in market capitalization share. This shows the discrepancy between the current market price of the organization NXP Semiconductors N.V., probably towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is equal to $2,122,000. Whereas in the subcategory $4,690,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 54.8%. Estimation of the volume of market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's profit per employee is $82,500. With the average for the subcategory, $90,500. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 9%. Estimation of profit per individual employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The share of sales per company employee is $388,000. By subcategory $533,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 37%. Estimation of the share of revenue per individual employee of the company in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The volume of short transactions is 1.5%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.5%. This is an indicator of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 56% for the company NXP Semiconductors N.V. Whereas for the subcategory this level is 49%. Technically, the subcategory's securities are quoted lower than the company's NXP Semiconductors N.V. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price NXP Semiconductors N.V. and subcategory shares. We will see that over the last 12 months stocks NXP Semiconductors N.V. showed a change of 33.9%. Against price changes in the subcategory 17.7%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but this fact must be taken into account. Before announcing the final grade, I beg you. Leave an assessment of the company's shares NXP Semiconductors N.V. in the comments to this video. The overall result is as follows, 3.5 out of 10 points. Average result for the subcategory, 2.5 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire stock market in general. Note that the average result for the entire market as a whole is 0.3 points. against a 3.5 score for the company NXP Semiconductors N.V. Let's look at the order table, which is available, a link to it in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all publicly made decisions by the information and reference evaluation system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open, link in pinned comment. Based on the analysis of securities NXP Semiconductors N.V. information and reference system Guru.Markets, a decision is made. Do not open a deal, because NXP Semiconductors N.V. overvalued subcategory company. Thank you all for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system from Guru.Markets. You truly are the best audience.